Alright, so the prepper elite, people who seem to put thousands upon thousands of dollars into saving up for a rainy day. Now, this is a video response to my YouTube friend Mike, the New York critic up in New York, way up north, where the people talk funny, where the men are mad and the sheep are afraid. I just had to say that. That's funny. He hasn't cracked a joke in a long time, so I don't know. He probably didn't laugh. But so Southern Prepper One does a video where he talks about steel containers that cost somewhere upwards of $4,000 to $6,000, and you can use them for sleeping, and these folks are on hundreds upon hundreds of acres, and they're off in the thing, and they got all kinds of food, and it just seems almost as if whenever they make a video, they're just putting forth this huge amount of money. Now let's begin with a discussion of what it is to be wealthy. My understanding of a good explanation of wealth is any sort of currency or ability that you have beyond what you require in a given time. So, for example, you need $100 per week to live, just as a nice round figure. Yet, at the job that you work at, you are paid $150. Now, your choice of the extra amount of money, that $50, is actually your wealth. Now, whether or not that core $100 a week lifestyle is the bare minimum you need is a very subjective term. But I think we can all agree when we're looking through the different magazines that when you look at a 1-year supply of food costing $8,000 and it's all dehydrated, you think, oh my gosh, how could I possibly afford that for my family? And who could actually plunk down $8,000? Yet we see these YouTube channels where these people have those buckets of the dehydrated food. An explanation of that, what it is they actually bring their lives down to the simplicity of having that excess of being able to afford it. Either one, they wish to be self-reliant to the point where they can exist for a certain amount of time, or two, they so genuinely believe in what's to come that they sacrifice everything. And I'm sure, and I don't know for a fact, but I'm sure that some that you see are putting it on, say, a credit card, or they're taking personal loans, and I believe foolishly in an effort that collapse will occur, so it won't matter. So what's the big deal if you have a lot of debt? Screw that. Myself, and I know of a few others, live in a world where we pay for our obligations, so we're not necessarily going to go into hock for food. Like the rule of thumb about credit is you never want to eat your credit. You don't want to spend credit money on consumables or perishables. You want to buy non-perishable items or durable goods if you do resort to credit. In defense of those guys like the Southern Prepper One, let's say for some reason their resources are just vast and nearly limitless. Either they're independently wealthy or they get with a large enough group that their wealth can allow them to explore these ideas. I don't think they necessarily leave the other people behind, in that they're exploring options that get you thinking. Work on that mental training of survival. The most important tool is the one between your ears. So to see different items incorporated in an unusual way and to think outside the box is, I think, key. If you're really hard pressed for shelter, to incorporate trucking trailers or sea-tainers, depending on where you are, it's really worth looking at it, and I appreciate Southern Prepper 1 actually exploring that category and talking about it. Because anybody can talk about an impending asteroid or some other type of doom, but when these people actually incorporate, okay, this is what it takes to live this lifestyle that you're talking about, I think they're walking the talk, so to speak, and I appreciate them for that. Now, as far as there's nothing for those people that live paycheck to paycheck, it's just like I stated in the beginning. You lean your lifestyle back to the point where you just put away for hopefully the maximum amount of time limit that you feel is going to be necessary. And I bear no ill will towards them or anybody else that does the prepping thing. I'm not necessarily one of impending doom. Frankly, I don't see any additional need for prepping other than just to expand your self-reliance to the limit. Just be as much your own person as you possibly can be. I don't know if I've necessarily explained or lived up to what I was going to talk about, but there you have it. That's the way I see it on that. Y'all take care.